Hi everyone, welcome back to Elmcreek. You join me, Waldo P. Barnstormer again, just as I'm walking across the Massey. We come in again straight after the previous day, and biggest thing on our agenda right now is to get across the shop, pick ourselves up a stone picker and see if we can clear the grass field. I want to clear the stones out of that, recultivate it, and then probably look at getting it ready to plant some wheat or barley in next month. I also want to try and extend that field, those two fields actually that you just passed, out a little bit. Just give us a bit more space for next harvest as well. I think we can do that with our cultivator and just bring in that bit more of a yield. But now I'm just nipping down to the shop to pick up a stone picker. And whilst I'm here as well, I will just claim the rest of this fertilizer too. I think it's been left here since one of the contracts that I did. Now what I actually want to do as well is look at changing, or at least in addition to, getting a granular spreader, because I need something that can do lime. So I definitely need one of them, and there is definitely some very good granular spreaders on here. Really big working widths, like 42-meter working widths, twice what I have at the minute I think. So yeah, if I have that, I'll literally whiz over those fields in one pass quite easily. Not only that, but then it also means you can go off to quite a few fertilizing contracts which pay extremely well, and the money will come raining in. So I should probably explain what I'm going to do here is go round, de-stone all these fields with this stone picker that I've hired. Then after that I'll probably turn it off. I'll turn off the feature just because it's not realistic that you would be doing this absolutely every time. It'd be only on certain crops. I don't know what I'm spinning out here as well. It's as if I'm driving on ice at the minute, but that's okay. So I'll put this fertilizer beside the sprayer for now. I don't think I've got any more sitting around anywhere. See if I can just drop it off there. Yep, happy days. So now I don't know if I can pick stones out of this grass field without, without cultivating it first. I'm going to try, just see what happens here. I obviously need to go around and pick up all these bales as well. I have to do that before I can kind of do any stone work on it, but no, it's not picking anything up at the minute. Okay, so that looks like the field then is going to have to be recultivated. That's okay, it's not a big problem. I kind of half expected it. But one thing I need to do first then is throw the cribs off my trailer and get these bales lifted. So with all the money I have in the bank at the minute, the question is what I'm going to spend it on. 120,000, it'll buy us a couple of neighbouring fields, could look at upgrading some machinery, but now I think what I'm going to do is I'm hoping, I haven't quite done the math yet, but I'll see if I can upgrade that chicken coop to the large chicken coop and still have enough money left to buy a field. I think it'll be tight, but I was going to keep the original chicken coop, but I don't really think there's any point. You know, one thing I didn't do was look to see if these bales had fermented yet. 83%, so not quite yet, but certainly not far away either. So unless the canola becomes ripe very quick, and to be fair I can just dump it straight from the combine into the silo, so actually yeah, it won't be too much of a problem at all. In that case then, I'll get straight on, just knock over my sprayer, totally meant to do that. In that case I'll get straight on and look at doing some cultivating work as well. What I might have to do is swap out the tyres on this tractor. I've got it down in the narrows at the minute because I think I must have been doing some fertilizing with it. So we just put the normal rims back on it again. Where are we there? Standard. Swapping the tyres, of course, makes your front loader fall off. Now, how are we going to get that back on here? Come on. There we go. To be fair, I obviously don't need it on at the minute, but it saves me having to go and park it somewhere. So this will probably knacker my tractor a little bit again now, even though I've just spent a lot of money repairing it, because this field does have stones in it. So, we'll cultivate this up. I'll add a bit of extra strip of ground in as well, if it'll let me. Well, it's cost me a bit of money to hire this stone picker. Kind of seems like a bit of a waste, but whenever I saw the size of that maintenance bill, there's no way I can afford to not do this now. It doesn't take long to go around these fields. That's this one done. And, well, third full of stones on that very little field, so it's definitely worth it. I'll keep the stones and take them all across to the crusher at one time. I think it's probably the best way, save me running backwards and forwards with it. Park it up there for now. Right. So I was thinking as well, if I do get rid of this chicken coop in here, what I'll probably do actually is replace that space with a couple of more greenhouses. Get a few more things in production. Just try and keep that bank balance ticking over. I can get that field cut and expanded a little bit along with the other fields. So let's have a look and see just how much all of this would cost. The large chicken pen, 79,000. Okay, wow, that's expensive. And what kind of size is it? Where am I going to put it as well? That's another question. Ideally in there would have been a good place to put it, but actually I could put it there where the other one is. It means losing a bit of that field. It's kind of a weird little space behind it, nothing could be done with then. A little chicken coop in there, it means losing a small bit of the corner of that field. But I would definitely make it up from ploughing out and around the rest of it. Right, that's okay, not a problem. I'll work that out at some stage. What I also need to see, so 79,000, that would leave me with how much money if I got 20. So that's only going to leave me about £40,000. And if I wanted to buy some of these fields, I'm going to need more. 56, 49's the cheapest. Well, this one comes with quite a bit of space around it as well. So that actually would be, let me just turn off the tractor before I get out, no point in wasting the fuel. So if I did buy that one across there, that would probably leave me with enough space. Yeah, I could definitely put a chicken coop in here. But then it would also be a good chance to expand that farm out. So what's in here at the minute? Oh, we've got wheat in there as well. Right, I'll need wheat to feed the chickens. Yield bonus plus 90. Oh, wow, okay. It's got a 100% yield bonus on it. I think I need to be buying this field. I am making a decision and I am buying that. I'll get some money back for selling off my old coop, for the eggs and whatnot that I have in there as well. Actually, that's a really good point. I'll go load up those eggs and stuff. Oh, this is a good chance to try something actually. Apparently after the patch came out, you can no longer pick up the eggs by hand. So let's have a bit of an experimentation with that. Nope, now too heavy. Ah, but a non-full pallet isn't too heavy. Okay, it's quite clever. So if you get them early enough, I wonder how heavy or how light they, what is the tipping point of when you can and when you can't lift them. I'm going to try and get these in the back of my pickup without smashing them all. The chances of that happening, as I'm sure you can appreciate, are pretty slim. And obviously, of course, you couldn't really load them into the pickup like this. But I'm going to try and get the forks in the side of it and tip it. Whoa, calm down, pickup. There we go, they're in. Kind of worked. So maybe I'll just actually tidy this up. Actually, how much wheat? I just put wheat in here the other day, didn't I? 600 litres of wheat. I can kind of simulate taking that back out again. I can work that with certain PC abilities. So let's see, chickens and roosters, right. I think maybe I'm going to sell all my bits here, so cycling round, how do I make it sell them all? Sell, there we go. I think all my chickens are different ages now, that's why I'm getting lots of different things here. Sell again, oh no, right, we can go up this time. Here we go, we just have one of this one. Okay, so sell that one. So that should now, yeah, all my chickens are now gone. Ah, I only get $3,000 back for it. I'm going to sell. There we go. So that space, I think actually, yeah, it'll do nicely to fit another couple of greenhouses in there. 67,000 left. I need 79, so I need to gather another £12,000. Right. We're going to need a good canola harvest and see what kind of money I can get for these eggs. The bakery's the best place and the price is dropping. Right, let's go to the bakery. And I'm pretty sure that's close by as well. Yep, it's just across the road. So how much am I going to get for these eggs then? Hopefully it'll be a couple of thousand at least. Eggs are worth quite a lot of money, so that's why I kind of want this bigger chicken coop. I think it's a good way of... the money keeps going up here. It's a really good way of growing for the future. 5,000. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, well, I have a new field. I'll maybe take a drive across and have a proper look at it now. We have expanded. And I think... so do I put a chicken coop in here or do I expand the field out? The field itself isn't that big. So it would be good maybe to have a chicken coop in here. The ground's pretty level. And it means that I don't have to mess about losing bits of the other fields. Yeah, so I'll put the chicken coop in here. I probably will still expand that field out a bit. So once we've got the stone picker and the plough and whatnot on the go, let's have a look-see and see whereabouts that coop's going to go. Animals. Chickens. This one. So that's roughly halfway up the field. Right, okay. I think I've got my bearings now. Except I've lost my tractor. There it is. Oh, I left the tractor running again. Man of money. Just wasting diesel. So, plough back on. And I'll go out and expand that little bit. And get the value out of my stone picker as well. I'll keep it for a few days, or at least until I have the canola harvested and get all these fields de-stoned. Because as I say, it definitely cost me a fortune. In maintenance bill, £6,000 on the tractor alone. Not to mention all the implements that have ran through those stones too. beels are still fermenting. So for now, I may just have to kick about, kill some time until that can... Oh, actually, no, I've got a load of lettuce. Lettuce could be sold. Right, where's my trailer? Oh, my trailer's got beels on it, which means I can't take my lettuce to the market. Everything's stacking up on me. So I've had a little look around. I think what I'm going to do is I'll take my beels up to the animal dealer. They're offering best price at the minute. Now I realise it is still grass, so do not sell these at the minute. But I'm going to go up and maybe fast forward a little bit of time. And once they turn into silage, then I will be able to sell them. Just have to be careful I don't go into the trigger too early. So actually I'll turn my time up a little bit now. I'll go to 10 speed. So hopefully by the time I get up here, they'll turn into silage. If not, I'll just fast forward time a little bit and we'll catch up with you again when I'm selling, see how much money I get for them. Right, okay, so I've parked up in the yard, just trying to look nonchalant at the minute, as if we're just hanging around, you know, having a bite at lunch, not actually just waiting for our beels to finish fermenting. We're 95%. Okay, I think everything has now gone silage, and yeah, it's showing that I've got 14,000 litres of silage. Right, that was a lovely lunch, thank you so much. Sorry it took me so long to eat it. Oh yes, I must sell this silage now that I'm here. Definitely has been silage for a long time, and I haven't just been hanging around. So here we go. 6,700. Certainly better than what happened last time whenever I sold them all as grass. Probably cost me about £10,000 that mistake. Or $10,000 I should say on this map. But there we go. Back home again, and look at getting some lettuce tidied up now as well. Just been driving down the road and something else has come into my head. One thing I haven't accounted for is the fact that I need the expense of hiring a harvester as well for this harvest. I hadn't taken that into account. It's going to cost me a few $1,000s and set me back again with regards to putting up this chicken coop. Now at the minute my time is probably the least valuable thing, so I think what I'm going to do is get the smallest, cheapest harvester going and just kind of spend the time in order to save the money. At the minute that's just kind of the way we are, I think. But hopefully they'll be... Oh, wow. Oh, this has changed as well. Right, so it's making big boxes of lettuce now. Didn't mean to do that. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to lift all of these by hand now either. Not that I'm doing a great job of lifting this one by hand regardless. So does it let me stack these? It didn't seem to want to let that stack. Oh, right, it's got some kind of like weird false pallet underneath it. I think that's changed as part of the patch. And that these are now a lot bigger than what they were before. Right, okay. I'm gonna skip this for a second and see you all whenever this is improved. Finally, took a bit of doing, but they're on. Don't think of it anymore. Nope. I should still have plenty of water in there, don't I? Yeah. So I think these were going up to a bowling alley from what I saw. They were certainly offering the best price at the minute anyway. So lettuce, where are we? There we go. Red Marble Bowling Restaurant. You've topped out at the minute. Take a drive up to there. And how many? Oh, 3,000 litres. It's... Oh, well, no, that'll be quite a few thousand actually. If it's nearly 4,000 litres a time, that's £12,000. Hey, I'm going to have enough to get my chicken coop. I'm already up to 79,000. Now, I will also have to have a look then and see how much it's going to cost me to hire a harvester. That's going to be the next sticky point. So those of you who have been watching for a few episodes now will remember this is the place that all my bales ran off to. Oh yeah, and I also did play Skittles here before too. So lettuces, how much money are we going to get for you? Well, they're selling, that's a good start. I reckon it's going to be about $12,000. Bit of rough math in my head. It's going to be close, come on, last ones, there we go. Oh, 9,800. Not quite as much as I thought, but it's $9,800 I didn't have 5 minutes ago. So if the chicken coop is 79,000, that leaves me $10,000 spare. Right, we'll get back down to the farm and see how much it's going to cost to hire a harvester. I was really hoping that canola would have been ready to harvest today, but doesn't look like it's going to ripen. Or if it is, it's going to be very late on. How much honey have I got? I forgot about the honey. It's way over here and it doesn't look like much at the minute. No. 53 litres. Okay, come on bees. I know it's only 2 small hives, but wow, I thought they would have done more than that. Let's hope it's going to improve the yield of my canola fields. Because at the minute, that's what all those bees seem to have been good for. Quickly throw some cribs on this thing as well. I'll be able to use that from harvest. Rather than driving backwards and forwards with the combine. So do that one, that's for free. Yep. Yeah, rather than driving the combine backwards and forwards and dumping straight from it. Oh, I haven't left myself a lot of room to turn around. I need to take these forks off. They're badly in the way of everything at the minute. I'll throw him up there. Right. Oh, I need to remember as well, I've got 600 litres of wheat. That's owed to me. Because we would have been able to take that out of the feed trough for the chickens, so I'll kind of substitute that back in somewhere in the future in the XML files. It's the benefits of having this on PC. Right, at the minute, I think I'm kind of at a loss again. That's everything tidied up, so how much does a harvester cost? I'm just going to have to go for the smallest ones. Smaller than that, hopefully. 75,000. 70,000 for the Dominator. Okay, that's one of the mods, I think, isn't it? Yeah, that was the mod that was released on the first day by Giants. How much does that cost to lease? It's going to cost 3,500. So let's have a look and see what size of a header comes with that. With that, I can get a 5-meter header, and with the Dominator, I can get a 5.1 meter header. Right, well, we've used the Dominator before, so I'm kind of tempted to say actually we'll go for the other one now. So 8,500 for the header with that one. And how much is it for the Nova? Oh, it's a much more expensive header. Right, I think that made the decision. We're going to end up leasing the Dominator and that header. Now, I'm obviously not going to do it until all the crops are ready to go. I don't want to be incurring extra fees overnight, etc. So, what is it? Per work day is an extra $700, and per work hour is $1,400. Wow, that's expensive. But I've got enough money now to afford all of that, which is excellent. So what I will do is have a look at my chickens. And where I can actually place this. I think somewhere there would be quite good. Oh, it's going to take a lot of money. Let's do it. There we go. We now have a large chicken enclosure. Hopefully that'll be something that actually starts paying for itself very quickly. Still have some wheat in storage as well, and I'm about to do a wheat harvest. So I'll get some chickens bought. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good in there actually. It's nicely sheltered over by the trees. I will start with a rooster. I'm not going to fill it up straight away. I'll let them do a bit of breeding, I think. It'll save me a few pounds, but I do want them producing straight away. So 60, it's going to cost me, wow, 3,000. That's pretty much about as much as I can afford at the minute. I'll go for that to start with. 60 to start with. They'll do some breeding as well, but already, man, that's twice what I had before. so that's good. That's twice what I've had before. And quickly get some wheat into them as well. Your chickens must be hungry, but that should do them quite a while as well, as there's only 60 in there right now. You're not going to get through all of that too quickly. It's not like I've got far to go for the harvest from that field. It's going to go straight into there. Back on with the plough, I think. Expand around a couple of these other fields just whilst I'm waiting and killing time. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be an August harvest for canola and wheat. Hopefully they both come up on the same day. Really can't afford to keep that combine overnight. Right folks, I think that is going to end up being the episode for today. We've pretty much done everything we can for now. Oh, I've forgotten. Have I turned fields on or off? Thank you so much for joining us. Just get this last one unhooked. And hopefully tomorrow you can come back again and we'll get this canola in. Desperate to do that harvest at the minute, and meant big new wheat field. Really good actually. I could afford a wheat field before I've even harvested my first crop. That's really good. But thanks for joining us today. As ever, please do those normal YouTube things, like, share, subscribe. It is the best way to help my channel grow. As I say, through the month of December, I want to have a little push and try and get ourselves up a couple of goals. So looking at trying to get a couple of new subscribers. If you know anyone who likes the content or you think would like the content, let them know about the channel. Share it on your Facebook pages, etc. And hopefully we can start getting some new people watching along with us. As ever, I am Waldo P. Barnstormer. Thank you so much for watching along. Bye now.